Hi there and good afternoon. I am Raleigh Brown, and this is one more episode of Curve Flattening Concerts. And I realized after the Sunday concert that we had missed the fifth anniversary of Curve Flattening Concerts. So we started, I think the original date was March 28th, the year 2020, when the pandemic started. And now it is April 2nd, 2025. 5 years have gone by, and many of you have stuck with me all through that time and joined part of this community and been really a joy to be around. And we've all made friends with each other. We've come from some very different areas, and many of you impacted my life and vice versa in other ways, like high school and junior high and guitar camps and Tai Chi classes and the occasional acupuncture client and all of those kind of things. In addition, many of you came from my friends who were also doing concerts, who we shared our announcements, and that's Cozy Sheridan and Guy Davis, aka the Kokomo Kid, and Alex Bevan. And here we all are 5 years later. We're a little bit older, a little grayer. You can't always see that on me for some reason, which I'm not complaining, but it is grayer. My undercoat, my gray undercoat, is more noticeable. And we're trying to hang in there. So I will say a quick bunch of hellos here to get rolling. Steve DeHaas, who's first man in on YouTube, and Rhonda Scott Merrick and Johnson Hogg, and Steve Walker is here, and Kathy Marzik, and my old buddy Jim Moore, and Deb Libby Clark, who more about her in a moment, and Tom Dietz, Carol Pred. Tom I knew from Kent, Carol I knew from junior high school, I think, or high school at least. S.A. Tudhope, I met on these concerts. Kathy Marzik I met through Cozy on these concerts. Rhonda Scott Merrick is a friend of my buddy Andy Cohen. Bunny Barnes I have known for years here in Pennsylvania. Mike Verbeek was a friend of Alex's, I think. And Bruce McNeil I've known for many years. He's in Philly. David Arthur Radcliffe. Not quite sure where you came from, David, but we're glad to have you here. And so I welcome you all again for this 722nd concert. I will clunk you with the Ann Mintz Cloicophonic mug. It's right there. We'll do that. Just clunking with pure water today. I had a bunch of coffee earlier. And I have a Charlie picture for you. Charlie is right here. I'd try to steal his ball and show it to you, but he'd probably wake up and start doing stuff, so he's snoozed out. But Deb Libby Clark came down this morning with CJ, and we went on the dog walk together. She walked with Rick and Maxie and Charlie and me. And she brought Charlie a new toy, a new ball, and she really wanted to get a good picture of him with it. So we got this picture. The ball has big teeth on it, so there's Charlie with his toothy ball. And that's courtesy of Deb Libby Clark and CJ. And that's my boy. He looks even toothier than normal, but believe me, his regular teeth are toothy enough. So that's it for Charlie, unless he makes another appearance of some kind before we're done. And I'll hit you with a little bit of music here before it gets... I hear him singing happy birthday. Better think about the wish I'll make, 'cause this year gone by ain't been no piece of cake. Just another revolution. Pull it together and it comes undone. Just one more candle and a trip around the sun, and I'm just hanging on while this old world keeps spinning. And it's good to know it's out of my control. 'Cause if there's one thing that I've learned from all this living, it's that it wouldn't change a thing if I let go. You know, you never see it coming, and always wind up wondering where it went. And only time will tell if it was time well spent. Just another revelation, celebrating what I should have done. These souvenirs of my trip around the sun, and I'm just hanging on while this old world keeps spinning. And it's good to know it's out of my control. And if there's one thing that I've learned from all this living, it's that it wouldn't change a thing if I let go. I think I'll make a resolution that I'll never make another one. Just enjoy my ride on this trip around the sun. Just enjoy my ride. Trip Around the Sun, written by Stephen Bruton, Al Anderson, and Sharon Vaughn. And it's such a poignant kind of song. And Stephen Bruton died of leukemia, I'm pretty sure. And I'm not sure if he was at some stage of that adventure when they wrote this together. Anyhow, it's a great one, a real favorite of mine, which I first learned from Charlie Hall. Okay, let me see if I'm missing any of you. A bloke from England is here, and Sharon March. Good to see you, Sharon. And Betsy McIntyre. Hi, Bets. Cloink from work. Yeah, Betsy was an accountant, so she still does some tax work. And let me see. Pam Zappardino. Hi, Pam. There's a lot of sirens going on outside. Can you hear those? I don't know what's up. I assume there's a fire somewhere. So next up, this is a Mose Allison tune, one of those tunes which never grows old, which has been Now I can't believe the things that I'm seeing, and I'm wondering about some things I heard. Everybody's crying mercy when nobody knows the meaning of the word. A bad enough situation is sure enough getting worse. Everybody's crying justice, just as long as there's business first. So it's touch and go, toe to toe. Give a cheer and grab your souvenir. Now there's people running round in circles. They don't know where they're headed for. Everybody's crying peace on earth, just as soon as we win this war. Straight ahead, knock 'em dead. Grab your kit and choose your hypocrite. Now you don't have to go to Off-Broadway to see something plain absurd. Everybody's crying mercy when nobody knows the meaning of the word. Yeah, nobody knows the meaning of the word. Everybody's Crying Mercy by the late, great Mose Allison. Great piano player, great vocal stylist, great songwriter. He's the whole package. So it is announcement time, and so if there are invisibles on the show today, they will be George Young of Winter Garden, Florida, and maybe Judith Fox, Joel Biget, and or Mario Prue of Iroquois Falls, Ontario, Canada. There is, as always, a PayPal link there if you'd like to contribute a little something. And the guitar I'm using today is my pre-war guitars company, 0028, made in Hillsborough, North Carolina, right near Michael Miller. I'm not sure if Michael's here, I can't remember. And there's that. So let me go back a little bit and make sure I say hi to everybody. I think I haven't missed anyone on there. Keith Shaw is here, and Stephen Salmon. And you're welcome, Stephen. Thanks for tuning in. And Michael Miller is here. And Judy Wong, beautiful watercolor of a friend's cat that won a big award for her. That's wonderful. And John Ferrulo's here, my buddy from up in Massachusetts, another fine songwriter and performer. So, like that. And Mike Verbeek says, was that a 13th chord? This one? What did I do? Yeah, that is a 13th chord. This is a B chord. This is a 6th in the key of B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so when you have a 7th chord and you add a 6th to it, it becomes a 13th chord. That's our music theory lesson for today. And so I think I said all the highs I could say. Lori Payne is here, and Warren Bendler, and Janelle and Warren. Dave Fry is here. Connie Adams. Good to see you all stopping by. So my schedule, I will be in Kent for May 4th, Kent, Ohio, with Magpie. I'll be playing backup guitar to Magpie. I might get to do 1 or 2 songs. And that'll be at the Kent Stage in Kent, Ohio, which is a great old movie theater. When I went to Kent in the 20th century, it was a movie theater. and it was right next to I forget the name of the store, the Kent Music Store that I taught guitar at, but it was like the Music Box or something, you know. It was right next to there, and that last time I looked, I think that's now the natural food store, the food co-op. More information than you really needed to hear. And then I will be at Steve Kaufman's camp on June 8th through the 14th. I will be at, and that's in Maryville, Tennessee. I will be at Old Songs in Altamont, New York with my buddies Magpie again, where once again I'll probably be mostly just a backup guitarist. And I will be at the wonderful Sam W. Summer Acoustic Music Week in New Hampshire from July 13th through the 19th. And then the schedule is I am on right now. It's Wednesday. Thursday, I believe Helen Vakian and David Irwin will be on at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. I do not know about Slim. I noted that Slim lost a dear friend recently, and I also noted that Lori Payne lost a dear friend. So I send my condolences, I'm sure we all do, to both of you. And I'm not sure if Slim will be doing a show because he may really be dealing with other issues in life, but we wish him the best. And Bunny is scheduled to do a show this Friday at 4 p.m. And Warren Bendler is scheduled to do a show this Saturday at 3 p.m. So you can look on their pages to find information on that and tune in. And then I'll be back Sunday morning at 10:30 if all goes well. And there you have it. There are the announcements for today. And Larry Pattis just stopped in. Hi, Larry. And Mike Verbeek says Woodsy's music is in Kent. Good. So yeah, Woodsy's was a later development. Woodsy's occurred on one of my trips back to Kent in the 70s, years after I'd left there. I remember it opening its doors pretty much. So I am going to do an instrumental, and the instrumental for today is Salvo and Ann Mintz, named I was going to say posthumously, named after the fact for Ann Mintz. It was originally called Salvo e Pepe, and Ann liked it so much I decided to name it after her because she's such a dear friend. So here we go, Salvo e Pepe. that's Salvo e Pepe. Well, it's Salvo and Ann Mintz. I've lost my mind for a second. So let me see if I'm missing anybody. Ken Ulansey is here. And Ken knows Ann. I met Ken Ulansey and Ann Mintz on the same day. It was the summer of 1980 in Clark Park in West Philadelphia. It's the same day I met Jack McGann, who I had heard about for years, and not unconnected bunch of events. So there we go with that. So once again, as always, I thank you guys for being with me for all these 5 years. It's been quite a ride, and we're gonna hang in there. If we could go back in time and have avoided the pandemic and the felon president's mistreatment of it, and have avoided the felon president, we might not need any of this stuff. We'd be off having a good time. But instead, here we are. And the silver lining of the pandemic is I got to meet a bunch of you, and it's been a time. So I will sing you. I just did this a couple weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, but it seemed appropriate to do it on this 5th anniversary of the concerts. And I dedicate it to all of you who have hung in here with me over this time. There's a light in the east as the new day begins, and I search for some wisdom to embrace. I have sat in this chair with my head in my hands, prayed for a moment of grace, and the days ramble on in their fanciful ways, as they did when I was in my prime. But the road up ahead has a ominous glare. But the road up ahead has an ominous haze, with the unyielding passage of time. So dear friends, gather round me, share in the running of the race. Your goodwill will surround me as we cherish these moments of grace. I can live in this refuge, fend off despair, with my dog, my music, and my friends. But my heart reaches out as you're joining me there, to embrace each moment till it ends. So dear friend, gather round me, share in the running of the race. Your goodwill will surround me as we cherish these moments of grace. Share the love and share the pain. Miles apart we stand together in these days, till we meet face to face. So dear friends, gather round me, share in the running of the race. Your goodwill will surround me as we cherish these moments of grace. There's a light in the east, as a new day begins. So be happy and be healthy and be brave and be calm. Be kind, it's a snap. And if you get cranky, take a nap. You know what I forgot to mention when I did the announcements, that Steve Walker will be doing his concert tonight at 7 p.m. He does one the first Wednesday of every month. So maybe you'll join him for that. And I see that my friend Susan Douglas is here. Good to see you all, as always. Maybe I'll see you on Sunday. Listen to Steve tonight, to Bunny on Friday, to Warren on Saturday. Maybe to Helen and David on Thursday. Lots of music. Much love to you all from me and from Charlie the dog. Bye-bye.